graders. I'm here with my little cat Simba today. He is keeping me company, so I'll put him right up there. He likes to sit up there when I work. Um, Today we are going to be getting you ready for your second prompt, which is for holes, the journal prompt number 2, which is after chapter 3. So this is what that looks like. Okay, so that says, in this chapter, we read about Stanley's family, discussing his no good, dirty, rotten, pig stealing great great grandfather. Think about a relative that your family frequently talks about. Hopefully, not a pig stealing one. Think, um, let's see, why does your family talk about this relative? They must be interesting, or it must be a story, something that really makes people think and reflect, like, wow, I wonder why that happened, or why was he or she like that, or what happened in their lives that kind of created that scenario for them. Okay, what kinds of stories have you heard about this person? Okay, so you're thinking about a person. So here we're doing a description about a person, but we also might want to describe some actions that they did, not just their personality. We might want to tell about when they lived and where they lived. So the questions of like what, where, when, why, who, those are always good guiding questions when you're describing a person. Okay, so let's see if Simba will be good here. Stay there. First of all, I wanted to talk a little bit about choosing precise words. Since this is a description, right, you need to use very good describing words. So don't get caught using things. Oops, I just did things like things, right? We saw things at the museum. No, we saw mastodon bones at the museum. Come on, Simba, sit still. Okay. When you are tempted to use the verb to be, like is, am, or are, or in the past tense, was, were, or be, being, change the verb into action words. One day we were, oops, there it was, were at an old fort. What about one day we explored an old fort? That just gives so much more excitement to it, doesn't it? You already know about synonyms and antonyms, so keep using those words that mean the same or words that mean the opposite of the word that you're thinking of, right? Understand shades of meaning, so similar but slightly different meanings. For example, I could say he was content, or he was pleased. He was glad. He was really happy. He was thrilled. Oh my gosh, those all just give us a different, slightly different feeling for that emotion that person was feeling. Use figurative language for effect, including similes and metaphors if you can. For example, a simile is a comparison using like or as. My sister swims like a dolphin. A metaphor is a comparison that doesn't use like or as, but it says, that dog is a clown. I'm just saying, that dog is a clown. Okay? Might not have the red nose, but it certainly acts like one, right? So those are good ways to choose precise words. Remember, as you write, you still follow the general protocol of writing where you have your topic sentence. You want to grab your reader's attention. You want to mention the fact that this person did something strange, or had a very strange personality, or did something very special, right? You might say how they're related to you. Is it a great aunt, a great grandfather, a grandmother? So there are different ways that you can grab my attention, right? I think that like rotten and pig stealing, and the holes one was pretty good. That kind of grabs your attention. You're like, pig stealing? That's kind of not normal in our day and age, so it makes you think of something a while ago, or at least in a different area. I don't think it happens very much here in Silicon Valley. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to remind you of was, let me see my papers here, parts of speech. As you write, think of the parts of speech that you're using. Let's see, who remembers what a person, place, or thing is called? Starts with an N. A noun. Yeah, super. What about a very small word, they're usually very small, that take the place of nouns? So instead of saying Ms. Hafner, you'd say she. Yes. Okay, that's a pronoun. He, she, it. Those are pronouns. They take the place of nouns. You can mix and match. You can use the person's name. You can use the fact that they were the great-great-grandfather. You can say he. Mixing that up keeps it interesting. Your verbs express action, okay, or a state of being. Let's see. I have a paper here. Where are my verb papers? There we go. Okay, so look at this page on verbs. You've got a lot of stuff there. I have to see if I can read backwards now. You've got action verbs. What is that? Raced, swam, discovered. Okay, those show definite action. We've also got state of being. So that's our verbs to be that we were talking about earlier, right? Which we can use them. We just sometimes want to substitute them for the more active ones. We've got helping verbs. So must, could, all the verbs, parts of the verb to be, parts of the verb had, has, have, will, our future. Okay. Here we've got linking verbs. So seem, look, feel, sound, smell, remain, okay? Those help link ideas together. Then we have regular verbs. So walk, in the past tense is walk. Do you remember that from 4th grade? ED, right? Takes our past tense ending. And then we have irregular verbs. Sit becomes sat in the past tense. Build becomes built in the past tense. Those always change. Then we have the present tense, right? They sit, he walks, they... What is that? Oh, they hug. That was kind of a hard word to read backwards. Past tense, things that happened in the past. So if you're talking about a relative, what they did that was really strange might have happened in the past. Future, you might want to use the future with will and say you hope that no one else in your family will ever be like that person. Okay, that could even be a good concluding sentence. So those were some strong verbs or ways of using verbs that you might include in your paragraph. Remember that you have your introduction, then you have your 3 or so body sentences that give me more details, kind of describe what happened. And then your concluding sentence. Again, you want to wrap it all up at the end. A nice little red ribbon around the package. Tell me what you told me in the first sentence, but tell it to me differently. Okay? Remind me of what I just learned, right? Okay. Adjectives. We already talked about adjectives and how important they can be in bulking out our sentences, making them longer and more interesting. Adverbs. Adverbs answer those questions. How, when, where, to what degree. They tell us about a verb, okay? Some of them can also tell us about an adjective or another adverb, but generally they add depth to everything. Conjunctions, we saw those the other day, and, or, but. They connect ideas and phrases into a more complex sentence. Prepositions. Our prepositions relate to another word or words in a sentence and they often answer the questions where or when. Okay? Um, After a hunt. When did it happen? After a hunt. Okay, the lions shared the food with the rest of the pride. Who did they share the food with? The rest of the pride. Okay? So those are prepositions. They kind of answer where and when. And then we have interjections. They express strong emotion or feeling. Wow, I didn't know that. You could start out your paragraph on going, wow, I just learned that my great great grandmother was a nurse on a ship sailing across the Atlantic Ocean. And then you tell me what was strange about that. Okay. So, um, those are parts of speech that we can use to make our paragraph more interesting. On that subject, oh no, Simba fell. Sorry, Simba. Oh no, Simba fell. There's Simba. Come on, back up here. He doesn't have any claws, so it's kind of hard for him to hang on to me if I move. He's fine. Good boy. Okay. So, our other page I wanted to share with you was on nouns. So we said a noun is a person, place, or a thing. We have common nouns. We have proper nouns. So common nouns, a city, a car, a bog, or a dog, I guess that probably says. Proper nouns, we actually name them. So this person, did they come from a particular city? Then you might want to name the city or the state. You might want to use singular words, or you might want to use plurals. Maybe this person that you're talking about in your family lived in many cities. Okay, maybe they moved a lot. Concrete nouns. Okay, a flag. Oh, those are hard to read backwards. A beach, a rainbow, a medal. Those are things that you can actually picture in your mind. They're concrete. You can actually picture the object. But we also have abstract, okay? So freedom, peace, hope. Hope is a word we're using a lot these days. We all hope for better times. We all hope that our family members stay safe. We all hope that the doctors and nurses are able to keep taking care of the patients. So these are words that are a little bit more abstract. We kind of have to imagine them or think about them. Compound. Oh, these are words, you know, compound words. You remember that? You probably did those in second grade. You take two words like text and book and you put them together and you have a textbook. Compound words make our reading more interesting. And then we have collective. Okay, so we might use something like a family, a swarm, a group, a team, a herd. Okay, group words, right? Collective. Okay, so those are some other examples of nouns that you might want to use, or types of nouns that you might want to use in your writing. So, as you write about this interesting family member, you might actually have to, I don't know, take one more day to do this, because if you don't already have a story, you might need to ask your parents about some family personality or story at lunchtime or at dinner time. That's okay. Don't worry about it. If you get it done tomorrow, that's fine too. Okay? But you want to find a person in your family that has a good story about them. Okay? Okay. So, I'm just looking at the time here. That's been 14 minutes. Probably don't want to listen to me anymore. So I think I'll sign off here. Good luck. That is for your Holes Journal prompt number 2. Okay, after you've read chapter 3. Hope this helps you, and good luck writing some really interesting stories. Maybe our next Zoom meeting we can have you share some of these. Okay? Take care, 5th graders. Bye-bye.